Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to our Zoom tonight. It's an info Zoom. I'm Melissa Adams. I am from Cartersville, Georgia. I have been a brand partner or brand affiliate with Zingular for over 8 years, and it has completely changed my life in the best ways you could ever imagine. So, if you have not already, let us know who you are, where you're tuning in from, and who invited you in the chat. We're here to give you the information that you need. All of you responded to a post. All of you responded to a post that you wanted to make $400 to $1,000 in the next 2 weeks. And I'm going to tell you right now, as I live and breathe, it is absolutely possible to do that. And we are going to give you the information tonight on why you should do it and how you should do it and how to get started and how to do that right away. So the thing I want to know is I want you to use the chat again. And again, this is going to be interactive. I'm sure our speakers are going to have you drop things in the chat as well. But I want to know, what would you do with an extra $500 if someone were to give you that right now? What would you do with it? Drop that in the chat. And then the second thing I want you to drop in the chat is, what would you do if you put a zero on that? And if you had an extra $5,000 a month? How would that change your life? What would you do with that? Well, I'm going to tell you right now, whatever it is that you are looking for financially, this could be the answer to anything it could be just a little bit to pay off a debt. It could be just to supplement your income to buy groceries and not have to worry about going to the grocery store. Or it could be financial freedom. It could be anything that you want to put into it is what you can get out of it. And the speakers that we have tonight are going to show you exactly what's available and share their stories with you. And I hope you leave with a whole different understanding of what we do, what we are, and how you can fit this into your life. So to start off with, we're just going to go ahead and kick it off. And I'm going to introduce you to one of my dear friends and partners that I would have never known without this amazing opportunity. And I cannot even imagine these people not in my life. So all the way from Kansas, she is a platinum executive partner, which means that is an average monthly income of $58,822. And did you hear me say monthly income? She knows what she's doing. She knows what she's talking about. She is an expert in this field. Please welcome from Kansas, Danielle Ripley.
Will not get a call right back. So I got started 11 years ago and I was one tired, desperate mama. Okay. I had been a school teacher for 10 years. And when baby number 3 was on the way, I knew I could not keep dropping my kids off and going to my day job. I was miserable. And I'm not judging anybody that wants to go to work outside the home. That's great. It just wasn't where my heart was. And I was bound and determined to figure out a way to make money on my terms from home so that I could be with my babies. So I quit my teaching job and started several different endeavors, all of which paid me some, but it was a lot of trading my time for money. And then I saw my friend Monica talking about these weight loss products on my Facebook wall. And to be truly honest with you, I kind of rolled my eyes at her for a while because she was already pretty thin by nature. And I thought, what does she know about weight loss? But she finally had me at a post that talked about money back guarantee. So I jumped in. I originally had told her that I would never do this kind of thing. Oh, I could never, share on Facebook or talk, openly about my love of a product line. And I quickly figured out that I was wrong. It actually is totally something I would be down for. So I got 4 of my friends to join me right away. And Christy will probably talk about that a little bit later. But I got 4 friends to do this with me. So I had some accountability and we all started an 8-day jumpstart together. And I lost 8.5 pounds in my first 8 days. But more exciting than that was the fact that I kicked my naps to the curb. I got energy for days. And I thought to myself, this is crazy. Well, about the end of my 8-day challenge, my husband came in from the mailbox with a check in the mail. And he was like, what is this? What have you gotten us into? This must be some type of a scam. And I was like, no, it's from that company, Zingular. He's like, why are they sending you money? I'm like, because I told some friends and they did this with me. And he was like, well, how do you get more of it? And I was like, I don't know, but I'm going to find out. So I jumped on to talk with my friend Monica and I was like, okay, I love the product. I feel freaking amazing. And I just got this check for several $100s in the mail. What the heck? And she's like, can I shoot you straight on something? And I was like, please do. And she said, Danielle, I made $7,000 with Zingular last month. And what you need to know about Monica is she was also a full-time physical therapist and she had 2 small children. So I immediately thought to myself, if she can do it, why can't I do it? So I decided from that moment on that I was going to embrace the Zingular income opportunity as an income that I would treat like a real business. It was not going to be a hobby for me because I had big goals and big dreams with this. I started out just thinking $500 a month would make a huge impact in my household. I was able to do that within weeks. And then it became $1,000 a month. What would it feel like to hit $1,000 a month on my terms, around the nooks and crannies of my day? And then I check marked that box and I kept going and sharing products that I love and a business model that I love just as much, if not more. And I'm happy to tell you that my sister and I are almost $3 million earners with this company in 11 years time. And it's not because there's anything fancy or amazing about me. It's because I was willing to say yes to an opportunity that was outside the box. And I was willing to work it consistently. Okay. So you're going to hear a lot of things tonight. And I hope that you tell yourself, I could do that. If she could do it, I could do it too. Because I have been on the most amazing trips, have met the most amazing people. And I have never, since I hit the $10,000 a month mark about 2 years in on my journey, I've never dropped below that, you guys, never one time. And I can promise you there's been months and it's been far more than that. But it's not about the dollar bills. It's about the freedom that this allows people when they have more, right? When we don't know how we're going to get all our bills paid in the same month, it's suffocating, right? So when we have more, we can give more and we can live more. And I am super passionate about this income opportunity. I'm going to tell you now 5 things, 5 reasons. If you're a note taker, 5. This is the teacher in me. I always have to do an acronym or some list of 5 or something, but I want to tell you 5 reasons why I believe you should say yes to Zingular. Okay. Reason number 1, guys, this is an award-winning product line. Okay. So I don't want you to think we're only about making money. Yes, we make money and we make really, really good money, but nobody would make a dime if our products didn't support what we're doing. If our products didn't back up what we say that they're going to do for people, nobody would have made a dime. Okay. I'm not a scam artist making money off of people. I have shared these products with people who then also feel the energy, also lose the weight, also kick their inflammation to the curb, also start to feel happier than they've ever felt before. I mean, our products do limitless things for people. And I want you to know, first and foremost, you would be joining a company that puts science behind their products. They are plant-based, naturally sourced products that are going to get people a result. Okay. The second thing I want you to know that I just love about Zingular, especially, and the fact that it's a huge contrast to what I was used to in the teaching world, but we get daily pay and monthly bonuses with Zingular. Now, what does that mean? That means if you jump off this Zoom tonight and you sign up as a brand partner and you share with a friend right away because you're just so excited, you're going to see it's Monday. You're going to get paid for that order on Wednesday. It's a very quick turnaround. And as you grow your team and you grow your business, you're going to start getting paychecks Monday through Friday, every business day of the week. When I was a school teacher, I got paid once a month. And we didn't, by sweetheart, we didn't even look forward to payday because it was already spoken for. It's like, oh, yay, my once a month payday. Let me pay all my bills and now I'm out of money, right? So the fact that you can dig in a little bit on a month like, I don't know, December, when you got all the Christmas stuff coming out, there's a way that you can get money back in your hands quickly with Zingular. You're not waiting on twice a month pay or once a month pay, okay? Also, the monthly bonuses. How many of you have ever seen or heard of people in direct selling like Mary Kay that might earn like a pink Cadillac? Or people that, oh, they worked their business up and now they have a car. Zingular doesn't do a car program, but what we do is so much better. We give people monthly bonuses. As you get new ranks in our company, every one of them is tied to a monthly bonus. And you get that monthly bonus every month that you qualify for that rank, and they stack on top of each other. So as your business grows, so do those bonus checks, right? And I will tell you that I had watched some other companies where it's like their top earner would earn a $10,000 check on stage. I went away again because of my phone. So anyway, the bonuses, they come monthly. And I will tell you, the higher you get, you guys, the bigger those bonuses get. And you will start to be able to, you'll start to be able to see more in just that monthly bonus than you would even in your commissions. And it's incredible. So don't underestimate the monthly bonuses because it's something that sets Zingular apart. Most companies don't do that. The way they come up with the money on those bonuses is to take the profit that the company has earned that month and they divide it up and give it back to the distributors. This is all about word of mouth marketing. Zingular could put, their products on a store shelf. They could spend millions of dollars on advertising and millions of dollars on, storefronts, commercials, campaigns, things like that. Instead, they choose to pay people like you and me. Word of mouth marketing is exactly what Zingular does. So daily pay, monthly bonuses, and with that comes the most incredible free trips. If you've been on a free trip, there's several of us on here. Wave your hand in the screen. Guys, I'm talking about places like Park City, Utah, mountain resorts, Dubai, which I heard Melissa mention earlier. I've been to Bora Bora. I've been to too many Mexican resorts to even mention. It's been so many. I've earned over 20 free trips with this company since I got started. And let me just tell you, we weren't doing any traveling before I said yes to this. Even though we love to travel, we didn't have the money to travel. So trust me, you will be fairly compensated in a no hoops and structured type of way. You're not going to have to, balance 5 different legs. If you have any industry experience, it's not like that with Zingular. Okay. We keep it super, super easy. The next thing I want you to know is that we have no shipping and no inventory. And this was a big one because when I started talking to my husband about this, he's like, you're not clearing out the whole closet and filling it full of all the products. He assumed I was going to have to spend every dollar I made back on inventory to keep my business running. This is a no inventory opportunity. $49.95 gets you a referral link with this company, and they take care of shipping the product. They take care of customer service. They run your website for that price. I mean, it is a turnkey business for $49.95 plus the monthly products that you choose to purchase each month. You can't match it. And not having to be in charge of driving products around to people's houses. You're not taking people's money, trying to make the sale. You have a website that will come with your $49.95. Okay. Let's look at number 4. It's the community. And you guys, I probably would have rolled my eyes when I first heard this, like, oh, the people, they're so great. But until you experience it, you might eye roll me a little bit, and that's okay with me. But I am looking at some of the greatest friends on this screen right now that I would have never met in my whole life had it not been for Zingular. There was nothing on the planet that was going to allow Stacy Loftus and I to connect paths. Melissa Adams and I, Christy Bland, none of us were ever going to connect paths if it weren't for Zingular. And so I know that network marketing companies sometimes get a bad rap. And people think, oh, it's a pyramid scheme of everyone's out for themselves. That is not the culture at Zingular. We are a one team, one dream company. We celebrate each other and your successes. I'm actually not on Melissa's team or Stacy's team or Christy's team, and they're awesome friends of mine. Okay. So we link arms and we share the gift of the products and the income opportunity that Zingular offers. And the whole company is stronger because of it. Okay. So you are going to be joining forces with a team of people that will love you and lead you every step of the way. You won't ever be out on your own trying to figure this deal out. And number 5 is possibly this busy mama of 3 who now chooses to homeschool her kids. This might be my favorite, guys. And that's the fact that this is a work from anywhere business model. I have now 11 years in, not missed anything with my kids. And if I was still in this classroom, I guarantee you parent-teacher conferences were going to disrupt a lot of different things that I would want to be doing with my kids instead, right? And when I did still school teach and have my small kids, it was a constant tug of war in my mind of like, should I go grade that stack of papers or should I go spend time with my kids? I've been at work all day, right? The fact that the Zingular opportunity is one that you can work from anywhere, anytime you choose is the greatest blessing. A lot of you on here probably already have a day job. Most of you probably have another way to make money right now. And I want you to know this can come along right beside that. And it can help you become on your path to financial freedom in a way that nothing else out there does. Typically, making money involves trading time, right? When I was a teacher, if I didn't show up to my job, I had to burn a sub day. And if I ran out, I was taking it without pay. That is not how Zingular works. In this 11 years, my sister and I have had a lot of hardships that have come our way. We've dealt with health battles in our children. We've had house fire. My mom's walked through a really hard cancer journey in the last year. And I just want to let you know, I've been paid every single day, even on days when I didn't have a chance to put the amount of time and energy into my business that I needed to, but I was able to be where my heart needed me to be, and I was still able to receive the income. And what the reality is none of us know what's around the next corner. And I hope nobody has some, life-altering traumatic situation that pops up. But I know that that's not likely. Most of us will have something that comes up, and to have an income opportunity and stream like Zingular that runs for you on autopilot is the greatest blessing and the greatest gift. So, I could probably talk for another 30 minutes, but I'm not going to. But I just hope that you are feeling my vibe here and knowing that your yes to Zingular is not one you would ever have a second of regret over. It's just not. It's the best of the best of the best. And I'm so excited to kick this over to Bria. She is from Memphis, Tennessee, and I cannot wait for you to hear her story.
Hey, everybody. My name is Bria Loft, and like Danielle said, I am from Memphis, Tennessee, but we actually just bought a farmhouse on 10 acres in Covington, which is outside of Memphis now, but right now I'm currently in Memphis. So if you're busy, you can actually do this too. I couldn't make it home in time, so I am on this Zoom in my car. So like Danielle said, I too was a busy mom and exhausted. My full-time day job and night job is a nurse midwife. I'm actually the director of nurse midwifery services here at a big hospital in Memphis. And if you don't know what a nurse midwife is, it means you see patients in the office several days a week and you take 24 hours of call catching babies. So that's just one of my things that I do. We also have a late blessing, our 15-year-old son, who we still have at home. We have 2 grown daughters and 5 grandchildren now. So I'm super busy. And to add to that, I'm actually in a doctorate program to get my doctorate of nursing. I don't know. Don't ask me why. I turned 53 last week, and I'm almost done with it though, only with 3 more semesters. But I'm super busy. So I wasn't looking for anything else to add to my plate. What I was looking for was energy to keep up with everything I had to do. So my friend next door introduced me to these products. She had lost weight, which I would have loved. I wanted to lose weight too, but that wasn't my primary thing. I wanted to feel better. I did not feel good. So I started these products. I was able to lose 14 pounds in the first 8 days. I went on to lose 90, and life happened. I gained some of that back, but I'm happy to report I really got serious again and consistent and put myself first and started back really strong in October. And I'm actually down total since I started Zingular at 117 pounds. So I went from a very tight 14 to now I can wear every single 6 off the rack and most 4s, which I haven't been in a 4 since probably early married, which I've been married 32 years. So that's a long time ago. It's not about the size, but I just wanted to say like what it can do. If you need to lose weight, these products will translate into that. Helps your body reset, helps your body release weight. But I wasn't looking to share. I just was minding my own business, taking my products, getting results, and being happy as a little clam. But everybody was asking me, what are you doing? Why are you so happy? Why do you have so much energy? My husband said, you have the energy that when we first met in college, when you were a college cheerleader, you have all this energy. And they wanted to try it too. Why are you holding out on me? So I shared, helped multiple people get healthy, feel better, find that person that they had lost and be the best version of themselves. And the company paid me. Being a brand affiliate is fantastic. I get paid for recommending something I would recommend for free. And I'm just putting that out there. I would have told everybody anyway at some point, but it has enabled me to pay for my son's private school, to pay for his travel soccer when he was doing that, to get brakes and rotors this weekend on the Volvo, to not take that out of the family budget, to just use singular money to do that. And if I can do it, anybody can do it. I had a huge technology learning curve. I've never sold anything, which is actually good because we're not selling, we're sharing. And it's just so nice to get that satisfaction of helping people, almost like when I deliver somebody's baby. It's such a mission and such a calling to catch somebody's baby and be with them in that special time. This is almost the same feeling. And I'm not trying to be corny, but it feels so good when somebody calls me and says, I've got my life back. My family's financial forecast is so much better now. Thank you so much for helping me. And it is so worthwhile. And it has actually replaced a lot of my income of my full-time job. And my plan is to do this full-time. So I want you to take a leap of faith. I want you to put yourself first and get healthy and join us here as an ex-brand partner. You will not be sorry.
Thank you so much, Bria. And I love that this is for anybody. It's for the successful professional that's going to get her doctorate. And it's for the mama who wants to stay home with her babies and contribute to the household. It doesn't discriminate between age or gender, or if you need to lose weight or just get energy or just get healthy. We've got something for everybody. And everybody that you know is looking for what we have, which is why this is such a special opportunity for you. I'm going to bring on my friend, Christy Bland, and she is living in Oklahoma. I love the name of her town, Turkey, Texas, but she is also so successful with this business. And I can't wait for you to hear her story because I think it inspires me every single time I hear it. But she's going to get down to telling you how to get started and how to do this. So Christy Bland, Platinum Executive, please take over.
Hey, y'all. Well, like she said, anyone can do this, y'all. I was a bus driver and a teacher's aide. I was a bus driver and a teacher's aide, a college dropout, lived in the middle of nowhere, 400 people in my town, never done anything like this a day in my life, was scared to death to do anything like this. And guess what? Like she said, if I can do it, you can too. And so I love that there's something here for every single person. So you probably want to know, what do I have to do? What are the nuts and bolts? How can I get started? What does it look like to see if this is for me? The very first, this is what I'm going to go back on. I got started because somebody came over to my house, my husband's cousin, and she said, I know you work really, really hard. And I think, I'm sure everybody's struggling financially. I want you to do this with me. Would you be interested in doing this with me? And I was like, I'm not opposed to making money, right? But I'd never done anything like this. And so I did not start that night because I didn't have no money. Stop. Sorry, my dog's going crazy. I did not have any money. And I said, let me pray about it. And I was praying that I found some money to get started. And my husband came in about a week and a half later. And in this meantime, she had followed up with me 3 or 4 times. Christy, what do you think? Have you thought about it? Are you interested? Do you think this is something for you? And I just kept saying I think so, maybe. I'm still praying about it. Still trying to find the money to do it, right? And so my husband came in and he said, here, I know you want to do it. Here it is, whatever. Y'all have no idea where he came up with $600 or $700. Because I came in with the biggest kit and add-ons and all this stuff. I was like, what am I doing? I wanted it all. I didn't know. I wanted to lose some weight. I needed energy. I had 6 different jobs. So I was all about making some money. So here's the thing. It's not now then, how do you get started? Okay. First off, you sign up. You sign up tonight and it's a no-brainer. You get your own link and then you start reaching out to your family and friends. So first I told my mom, I was like, I'm doing it. You're doing it. Y'all, we all have those people that we can sit there and talk to like that. My sister-in-law was like, I'm doing it, you're doing it. Like, no, I need money back in my bank account. Thank you very much. I mean, y'all need to get healthy, but I also need money back in my bank account. My cousin, I knew she loved to travel. So I want you to write these things down. So maybe you know people that are struggling financially. Anybody know of anybody struggling financially? Does anybody know of any single mamas that maybe, just need a support system, need a community to be around? What about, does anybody know somebody that doesn't like their job? Not really liking my job, right? Any mamas that are missing out on now going to back to school, to football games, and to all of things, or maybe they're now having all this extra stuff to pay for, and they're thinking, oh my gosh, if they sit there and ask me to buy one more thing right now, there is no way I can do it. Y'all, I wrote many of checks that were on fire to the cheerleading at school because they sold all the t-shirts. And y'all, if you don't buy all 2,500 t-shirts in a year, you're frowned upon. You're frowned upon. So I just wrote them a check that was on fire. Okay. What about somebody that loves to travel? Somebody that you're like, oh my gosh, she is a travel junkie. That was my cousin. Okay. What about people that are super business savvy? Maybe they own some businesses. People that own businesses are all about, first off, they're going to need something else to probably cover some of their business. And second off, if they're business savvy, then they know all about having multiple streams of income. Right? What about people that have a really good network and a really good community? People that they know people. When they say, hey, this is what I'm doing, everybody does it. Okay. And then of course, your family and friends that you like to be around. That's the kicker. You like to be around them. The great thing about this is we get to pick and choose who we work with. So that's what you're going to do. First and foremost, you're going to get started. You're going to make a list, and I want you to write as many people down as you can possibly think of. And then what I sit there and get all of mine to do is say something in your own words that's very similar to this. Hey, Susie, and pick up the phone and call them. I mean, that's like the best way is just say like, Mom, I'm doing this, you're doing this, but something along these lines. Hey, Susie, I just partnered with a company that has world-class wellness products and a payout like no other. I would love to have you do this with me, or just support me and find a product you love. Would you be interested, or have you ever heard of Zingular before? That's it. You just talk to them that, hey, I just got started with this. I would love for you to do this with me. The one that I say that, because of course I've been doing this 6.5 years, is this company and these people have blessed my life tremendously. And I would love for it to bless yours as well. Would you be interested, or have you ever even heard of Zingular before? That's what you do. You have to talk to people, right? And you're going to get with the person that invited you here, and you're going to say, okay, here's my list. Here's who I'm going to talk to. What else would you have me do? They can help you write a post that's on social media. I know some people are like, oh my gosh, I'm not about to put myself out there. That is craziness. Well, guess what? I was that person. I actually waited for, I had started on the products, and I sent my sponsor a picture. I was like, can you tell a difference? And before I said anything and got anything back, she had already posted it and tagged me in it. And I was like, oh crap, it's out there. It is out there now. There is no turning back. So whenever I tell people like jump in scared to death, and just do it anyhow, because that's the only way that you're going to get to where you want to go. All right. And so get with the person and say, okay, here's my list. Here's this. I'm getting started. What else do I need to do? Is there a page that you might want me to invite to? Is there something that I can share your story and say, oh my gosh, I love that Danielle has had all of this success with this company, and I'm excited to join her. Whatever it is, ask them. That's the biggest thing, is you have to be engaged. You have to be willing. You have to sit there and say, I want this, and I want it bad. And you tell me what to do, and I will do it. Okay. Did you know, because I actually had 3 new partners sign up in this past week, and how I sat there and they started really listening to me is, yes, $500 for me. I made $483 my first month. About a month ago, I helped a girl make $500 in 5 days. I tell you right now, I know that we have changed things and that people are growing much faster than what I did, but I don't care. $483 in 1 month was incredible for me. I think I did about the same the second month, and the third month I did $1,100. I was a teacher's aide and a bus driver. I made $1,000 a month, and I was gone all the time, right? So did you know that with this company, when you get started in those first 3 months, you want to hit the ground running and you want to take off, there's $25,000-ish, give or take, that you can make in the first 3 months. That is incredible. So there are some people that my $483 was just fine with me. And there are some people that come in and hit the ground and they do all the things for that $25,000 in those first 3 months. And so what that just says, we have something for everyone. So that right there is exactly how you are going to get started, the nuts and bolts of it. And I want you to, whenever you're done, obviously, as soon as we get off here, I want you to text your sponsor or call them and say, girl or man, I want to make $500 in the next 2 weeks. I want to make $1,000. Hey, I see the bigger picture now. And I know dang good well, if that girl from Turkey, Texas can do this and make the money that she's made now then over $2 million in 6.5 years. I was a bus driver, did I tell y'all that? If she can do it, I can do it too. And I want to make the big bucks. Tell me what I have to do. And just like Danielle, I was in Turkey, Texas for 20 something years. My heart was not in Turkey, Texas for 20 something years. My son went to school in Stillwater, Oklahoma, and then got married. He's a corporate pilot in Yukon, Oklahoma. They've been here. And for some reason, it's a God thing, the doors opened up in February for us to move now 30 minutes away because because I get to take work with me to anywhere. And they had our first grandbaby in July. Y'all, they all say that those grandkids are like, it's a different world. It is a different world. And now that I'm 30 minutes away instead of 4.5 hours away, the time freedom to be able to do this and go snuggle up with him today at 3 o'clock was unlike anything else. So that is what I have to say about getting started and what that's going to look like. And I am going to kick it over to my dear friend, Stacey Loftus, that y'all, I would not know without Singular. And we have been on many of trips together, and he is from Charleston, West Virginia, and he is going to share his story. Hey, y'all, if you haven't got your link yet, go get your link.
All right. Thank you, Christy. Oh my gosh, guys, this has been some amazing stuff. I hope you all have really sat back, listened to what's been said, taken some notes, and think, okay, can I do this? Because that's what I did. Because I had never done anything like this before. When this opportunity was introduced to me 10 years ago, I gave my friend a very direct but polite, no, thank you, I'm not interested. I said, I work 50 to 60 hours a week at the police department, which I'm now retired from. I'll share more of that in a minute. I'm not someone who promotes anything. That's not my personality. It's not who I am. So the opportunity to come on and be a partner with Singular was no interest to me whatsoever. But what happened was about 2 weeks into using the program, after I'd lost some weight and people had seen what I was doing, they started asking me, how are you losing weight? What are you doing? And a light bulb clicked on, and I said, okay, if I've got friends that are asking me how I'm losing weight, that translates into, I want to lose weight as well. I want to know what you're doing. I want some help. So I said, okay, if I can help some friends and family get healthy and feel better, why should I not introduce it to them? Let them make the decision if it's something they want to do, and let the company pay me with nothing more than get my products paid for. That's all I was looking at, was to earn my investment back, because I loved the products. I loved the program. But what happened was, in 2 weeks, I'd earned my investment back that quick. There is no other type of business out there that you can get involved in and earn your investment back in 2 weeks or less. There's people who's done it in a day, 2 days, a week. So that is the opportunity here. That's one. Well, after the 2 weeks, as I was continuing to lose weight, the people I was helping, they were doing great on the program. Of course, their friends and family wanted to know what they were doing. So it had this trickle down effect to where, fast forward 6 months later, my wife and I were able to pay off $23,000 in debt. Okay. 6 months down the road, $23,000 in debt. My wife's a nurse. I was a police officer at the time. We made good money, but we didn't make great money. We didn't make paying off that kind of debt in 6 months kind of money. But this opportunity allowed us to do that. During that first 6 months, I realized there is more to this than what I realized. And like Christy said, and like Danielle said, we connected ourselves with the right people in this company. We asked the right questions. We did the right things, and we saw a bigger vision. And my vision was, I want to set myself up to retire as soon as I get my 20 years locked in at the police department. And that happened. Actually, I was set up to retire at 20 years, but I enjoyed what I was doing. So I held on for another 2 years and retired after 22 years of law enforcement. And over the last 10 years before retiring, here's some things that this extra income has been able to help us with. We've paid off extra debt. The last 3 cars that we've bought, we've paid them off 6 months to a year after purchasing them. We've been able to donate more. We've donated more money to our church. We have donated to local charities that we've always enjoyed donating to. We've just been able to do it a lot more. We've helped people out on a personal and private level that nobody knows but us and them. A lot of it is during the holiday season. We've remodeled our kitchen, sunk in probably $40,000 to do that. Did not have to take out a home equity loan or any type of loan. We used this money over a few months to take care of it. So the money is there for you to spend however you want to spend it. It is your money. And what I enjoy about being retired now is this, and Christy kind of hit on it. I've got a 5-year-old grandson that when he was in preschool this past year, I got to pick him up at 2:30, spend about a good 2 or 3 hours with him before his mom got off work. And through the summer, I got to keep him from 8 in the morning to about 5-ish, 6-ish in the evening, Monday through Friday. I would not have that time with him if it wasn't for Zingular. If I did not partner up with this company, I'd still be working the police department. I'd still be working crazy overtime hours and would not have the life that I have. So I get to live life on my terms. I don't have to ask permission to go on vacation. I don't have to ask permission to go meet my wife for lunch. So I get to do this and schedule my day however I want it to look. And this is the opportunity that you have, is you have the opportunity to have your day to yourself for it to look however you want it to look. And like Christy mentioned, you may come in and say, hey, I'd be happy making $500 a month. Great. We will help you do that. You may come in and say, hey, I want to make an extra $2,000 or $3,000 a month. Great. We will help you do that. You may come in and say, like Danielle talked about, $10,000 a month and more. We will help you do that. We have a seat at the table for wherever you want to be. And we want you to join us, and we want to help you get what you want. And we're here to do that. That's all the time I have. I'm going to turn it back over to Melissa Adams and let her close us out this evening.
Thank you, Stacy, and thank you, Christy, for sharing with us. Thank you, Bria and Danielle, for sharing with us. And I'm just going to leave you with this thought. What if everything that they said is true? You got 2 choices right now. You can either continue doing what you're doing and keep getting what you're getting, or you can take a chance on you. You can take one step by yourself, and that is saying yes. The rest of the way, we will lock arms with you, and we will walk with you step by step on this journey to make it whatever it is that you want it to be. You don't have to know anything. You just have to trust the person that invited you to this and let them take you on this journey, because it is the most amazing thing that you'll ever be a part of. If nothing changes, nothing changes. You are worth the greatness that God has for you right now. So get with the person that just invited you. Tell them you want to say yes now, and let's see where this will go. You guys have a fantastic night. Thank you for joining us.